Hello people. It's me. My name is Mir Abdul Basid. I am the employee for a company. So as we, the company name NIA Data Center. So now, like just today, we're gonna discuss something about NIA Data Center in the UAE. So it's gonna be an introduction about the things, and later on, I'm gonna tell you more about our company, about our team members, about the things that we're gonna discuss. So yeah, let's moving on. So at the number one point, as you can see, this is the immersion cooling data center. Okay, so basic introduction should be, if you go down the slide, the business overview and a profit analysis. So yeah, moving on. So the textbook of AI data center is like a $2 billion will be increased in the by 2027 with a 60% CAGR for the years from 2020 to 2027. As you can see in the chart, like the amount of revenue growth goes down from 2020 to 2027. Okay. So basically, data center operators are evaluating liquid cooling technologies to increase energy efficiency as processing intensive computing applications grow. All right. So according to Dell'Oro Group, the liquid cooling market revenue approaches 2 billion by 2027 with a 60% CAGR for the years 2020 to 2027. Like as an organization adopt more cloud services, use artificial intelligence AI to power advanced analytics and automated decision making and enable blockchain and cryptocurrency applications. Okay, so like air processing is now showing its limits, as you all know. Like traditionally, air cooling can't cool these density racks efficiency and sustainability. Like as a result, data center operators are investing their liquid cooling options. Like liquid cooling leverages the higher thermal transfer properties of water of other fluids. Like as a result, excuse me, like as a result, data center operators are investigating their liquid cooling options. Okay, so liquid cooling emerges transfer properties of water, other fluids like high density racks, and can be up to 3,000 times more effective than using air, like long proven for mainframe and gaming applications. Okay, like liquid cooling is expanding to protect rack mounted servers in data centers worldwide, as you all know, like as you can see in the chart. So Vertiv has created a wide array of resources to help you understand the challenges, opportunities, and technical requirements that liquid cooling presents. All right. So these resources will help you decide how to apply and scale liquid cooling across your data center footprint. So that goes with the chart. Let's moving on with the next slide of market opportunities. Let me just give it a go. Yeah. So key is heat, like how to control the temperature with 50% efficiency that other models. So it has some basic steps. One step is obviously the server installation. Second step should be immersion liquid setting. And third should be running. Fourth, it says temperature management. And fifth, like all the things to set up, we have to connect it to the cloud internet. And sixth, like running SaaS for AI or cloud, like the e-commerce kind of platforms. All right, so there's the basic 6 steps, as you can see, for the immersion cooling platform to indulge in the what do we say, data centers. Moving on, there is a slide of like key, should be visible. Yeah, key development areas like solar giga energy businesses. As you can see, there is a chart of how we can cool the things like in the data center with the liquid that we have. Basically, the comparison factors: UAE, United States, China, Kazakhstan. These are the terms that we have applied. Okay, so that's the thing that you can look after in the video as we're gonna after the video. Okay, so moving on with the next slide, like the type of data cooling. Just give me a second. Yeah. So there are like 3 types, you can say, of data cooling. First is air cooling system. Second is chilled water system. The third one is immersion cooling system, as we are talking about from the very start, like how the immersion works. So as you can see in the chart, that's pretty much how it works. This properly covers the whole area. So moving on, these are all the next slide. As you can see, these are all charts of how we can do things as an immersion. Like the key development area, solar giga energy businesses. Like these are different charts. Open data center service racks filled with circulating single phase coolant, as you can see in the first picture. The second picture is the coolant distribution unit, which has cooler pump plus with a coolant to water heat exchange. The third one is final heat rejection options, like evaporative cooling tower, dry cooler, existing chill water loop. Okay, so it basically heated coolant exits top of rack, like coolant returns to rack from heat exchanger at user specified temperature. I hope that sums up all. And moving on to the next slide. It's the description of the things that we have just talked about. You guys can go through that. It's basically the categories, the details about what we are using in the data center, in the emerging cooling system. Basically, the details you can go through it further, look through it after the video ends. So the next slide should be, the cost. If you go move on the next slide. So the next slide is basically the items, the descriptions, and the estimated cost, like with the UAE standard. So basically it has some, 10 things that we have to adopt. First is like server and hardware and liquid cooling system. Third one is solar power system. Fourth is power and energy management system. Fifth is building and infrastructure. Sixth, installation and construction cost. Seven is maintenance and operating costs annually. And license and certificate fees, personal costs, contingency. But as you can see, there's two lines that are covered in blue. These are basically the cost, basically the total estimated cost, like the initial cost is written here in the bluish kind of area. You can see that. So the total estimated cost annually, like recurring annually operating cost, maintenance, personal, etc., that's shown below. As you guys can see that annually. Yeah. So let's move on to the next slide of the project profit. Yeah, here it is. So the estimated reflects the maximum potential operating income achievable through the provision of data centers utilizing liquid cooling technology to 10 clients annually. Like revenue streams fluctuate considerably based on individual business models with government contracts, B2G, and technology partnerships anticipated to yield the, anticipated to yield the highest returns. So, like digital government infrastructure, technology partnerships, and collaborative research models are critical elements that can yield substantial profits. This figure is an estimate and may fluctuate based on the client's requirements and also the contract stipulations and market trends during the execution of actual business. It also has like the step that we have just shown above, like the 6 steps: server installation, immense cooling configuration, execution, temperature regulation, connect to the cloud internet and the SaaS platform, the AI and a cloud. So yeah, that's the thing that I have covered earlier. You can see through that. So it has the things that is mentioned here. But the blue line is basically the cost. The blue thing is basically the cost, and everything is a business model, service offering, unit cost, annual project revenue, single client, and the source URL, and the project revenue for 10 clients. Basically, that's the main key to estimate the cost. All right. So that's basically let's done with this topic for the first category we just went. Let's move on to the next category.